What one hides within themselves also cannot be hidden within their friends. And so this is to say the true character of people is revealed through their friends, because like-minded people connect. People who like each other and the things they do connect. It's no coincidence that I'm not friends with guys that cheat on their girlfriends or guys that don't know how to talk to girls in general. I find men who know how to talk to women, I find them to be the most strong character, the most strong-willed, just the best people to be around. They're not weird, they don't view women as objects, and they're not creeps. And that goes a long way in life. It's no coincidence that I'm not friends with people who smoke their lives away and party and drink and do all these things. I'm just not like these people. I don't want to be anything like them. I don't want to be around them. I don't like what they do, how they spend their time. Therefore, I'm not friends with them. I don't agree with their morals. I don't agree with anything. And so what brought me to this conclusion? What makes me say that what people hide in themselves is not hidden in their friends? What does this mean? So I saw this video on TikTok. I downloaded it for 5 minutes, and this is what I found. You can read it yourself if you want to pause. But there's this guy who's tripping, saying, when you check your phone and see that your sweet and compassionate girl is hanging with her low-value and chronically unhappy friends, and in parentheses, the damage they'll cause to your relationship will be monumental. And I get where he's coming from, but this just isn't true. The friends aren't the problem. It's your girlfriend that's the problem. And also, you're a bit of the problem as well for dating someone, who hangs out with people like that. Again, imagine being a girl. Do you want to date a guy who has a bunch of friends who they cheat on women and they're abusive and they're just weird? They're just not chill like that. No, you wouldn't want anything to do with that. But anyway, back to this video this guy posted. Sweet and compassionate is a mask that covers up the ugliest parts of that person. People who are sweet and compassionate don't hang out with chronically unhappy people. They just don't. There's something wrong there if that's the case. There's something deeply, deeply wrong if that's the case. And while it's true that influence around that person can cause issues in your relationship, I think it's also true to say that the influence, it's not even the friend's fault. It's the person you're dating's fault for being friends with people who are chronically unhappy and have many, many, many problems. This is something smart people do. They avoid the chronically unlucky and the chronically unhappy. The people where everything in the world just seems to be against them, right? You avoid people like that. The people who make bad financial decisions and bad relationship decisions and bad academic decisions and bad life decisions and life directions. You avoid people like this. This is what normal people do. It doesn't need to be said. So this guy's tweaking about his girlfriend's friends being low quality. But the issue is that you're not seeing the mask. You're not seeing the mask that's being put up. Are you friends with homeless people that are shooting up fucking heroin in their arms? Like, no. And if you were, and you presented yourself as an outward chill person, you're probably hiding something. So yeah, this guy just isn't seeing the mask. The whole situation here is that the girl is low quality. The girl just puts on a front so she can, be with this guy or whatever. It's just a mask, right? It's probably an emotional coping mechanism. You could even argue that. You can say that the girl puts on this front of being, dateable, just so she can be in a relationship with some guy. But she's not really all that dateable. Birds of a feather flock together, man. Again, this is old wisdom. If, don't hang out with people who hang around garbage. I've learned this many, many times over in my life, and it's just like, after so many iterations, you kind of see the pattern. You kind of have to look in yourself a little bit. Like, at least for me, I feel like I am generally guided by a strong moral compass. Not to toot my own horn, but I don't deal with people that do bad shit. If you exclude people based on things, like if you're very cliquey and weird and you're overly judgmental of people, and you assume the worst in people, I'm not friends with you. If you have a victim mindset and you let your life waste away and you're weird with women, I'm not going to be friends with you. I'm friends with people who try. I'm friends with people who are successful in that regard because these are people that have good moral standing, right? Their actions speak louder than their words. And so the next time you're a guy who's stressing about your girl having loser friends, I've had this happen like multiple times in my life. This is a pattern, and I see it now. I'm making this video to tell you. But if you're a guy who's stressing about a girl having like loser friends who are unambitious and just wasting their lives away, and they're full of drama and they make bad life decisions and the relationships suck and they're full of infidelity, and you're stressed about your girlfriend hanging out with these people, your girlfriend's one of them. I have very bad news. It's true. So you need to get your shit together and realize that I think the wisest wisdom here is that your girlfriend should be friends with people that you would also consider dating. Not that you want to date them or not that you're going to pursue them in any world, but it's just that someone's character is revealed by their friends. So when you're around strong, goal-oriented people who have a vision for the future and they want to pursue meaningful and good relationships, and they're social and they talk to everyone, and they're not cliquey and weird, and they, whatever. They're not losers. If you're not around people like that, you're probably fine. And just to kind of end this discussion off, I think the whole principle of this idea of, oh my God, my perfect girlfriend has all these loser friends and they're going to ruin our relationship, this comes from the idea that you have to save a woman from the world. You don't have to save a girl from shit, right? Like, 99% of people are going to live the most miserable fucking life ever, and it's really not your job to save them. And people living horrible, miserable lives, it's not a product of them not knowing. It's not a product of them not wanting, not wanting, but it's a product of them just literally not caring. If people wanted friends who were better, if people wanted relationships that were better, if people wanted to be better humans, they would do that, right? So just because a girl has a pretty face and a nice body and she's fun and you can laugh with her, if she has shitty friends, it's inevitable it's going to end because you're not dating someone on your level. And so this is old wisdom. I knew this even when I was like 14 or 15, that the quality of a girl's friends dictates kind of who she is. And this is true for guys as well, right? If you're a girl and you're dating a guy and all of his friends cheat on girls, one of them was put in jail for domestic violence, and, they all smoke and do drugs or whatever, and they just waste their lives away. The guy that you're dating, he's not the one. Like, he's just not. So yeah, that kind of wraps up this discussion. People's friends reveal what they don't reveal to you. People can put on a mask, and they lie. People are very good liars. It's true. People like to put on a front, and they like to say, "Oh, I'm so great. Look at me. I'm of such moral standing." And all their friends suck. All their friends are losers. All their friends cheat on their boyfriends. All this shit, whatever. They do drugs, whatever. You are the company you have around, and it's not just like a saying. It's not just some metaphorical thing for, the influences in your life. It's you literally are those people. So you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. It's not you are it's not you the person you are is not resultant of the 5 people you spend time around. The 5 people you spend time around is just because you are those 5 people. They don't cause you to be any certain way. You just are like them to begin with. But anyway, that's all for this one. Hey, maybe this gave you some food for thought. Maybe this will help you improve your life. Maybe it'll make you dump that person who has loser friends, who has, if you're a girl, maybe you'll dump that dude who's cheated on all his girlfriends, or all his friends are cheaters and whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to make of it. But that'll be all for this one. Thanks for watching, and peace.